Greetings, everyone. It's me, Series, and today is another art video. Who'da thunk? Anyways, today is going to be a rather unique video because instead of designing VTubers for the 35th time, we are going to actually be turning something into cute anime girls. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Did you guess Adopt Me Pets? Because if so, that's correct. So that means I have totally randomly generated certain pets to turn into cute anime girls. So with that out of the way, let's get started, I guess. So the first pet I got when I spun the wheel was a crow. So I decided, you know what, let's do it. Because crows are cool and they're one of my favorite pets in Adopt Me. In fact, I actually have a crow. Losers, I bet you're jealous. Anyways, I decided for this design, I didn't want it to just be some basic goth girl like I kind of did like in one of my designs. So I decided instead, I'm going to give her bird wings. I also kind of wanted her to have like a Vertin from Reverse 1999 vibe, if you know who that is. So I gave her like a little cloak to have and then like a little coat dress thing. You'll see it in like a second. I also gave her like a tail like cape thing to resemble like the feathers. And then I included a little ribbon on that. And then for the hair, I wanted to give her like a little like hair tuft thing just to like resemble that little thing that the crow has. I'll point at it like with something. But overall, I wanted to give her short and slightly messy hair because I thought it would fit her. And now we get to the colors, which for skin, I wanted to make it pale because, crow, yeah. And then most of the color palette, I kind of, like, just did, like, shades of black or gray because I thought it would fit, especially since the crow, in Adopt Me has mostly black and gray, for the color palette. I did make the hair the same color as the wings because I thought it would match well, and I didn't want it to, like, be the same colors like the clothes because then that wouldn't make sense, you know? I made her eyes brown, and then for the facial expression, I forgot to bring this up, but I made it kind of like a neutral expression in a way. Like startled but neutral at the same time because I thought that would look cool. And yeah, please forgive me if the bird wings don't look as good. I am not good at drawing wings, so hopefully they look good, and yeah, that's pretty much the design. Hope you enjoy. So for the next animal that I got the shark puppy, which you can obviously see in the corner. I really wanted to incorporate the puppy factor because I feel like Adopt Me doesn't really do that, and I don't know, I just thought it would look cool. I thought that since an actual fin on her hair would look weird, I gave her like a cowlick instead. And then since the shark puppy in Adopt Me is more round, I thought I would give her like a bit more of like a chubbier body. And then it's slightly hard to see, but I did give her like a little fang because, you know, shark puppy, yada yada. And then now that I look at the shark puppy closer, like while editing, I kind of just noticed that I forgot the fins on the sides, which, you know what, who cares, but still, I could have done, like, gloves or something, I don't know. And then, obviously, I had to include a shark tail, and then I also gave her paws, because, again, puppy. For the clothes, I did kind of struggle with what exactly I wanted to do, so, I kind of changed, like, what she was wearing for bottoms multiple times. For the t-shirt, I didn't do too much, I literally just wrote Chomp on it, and, like, that's about it. And then, since they didn't really do much on the actual design with the puppy aspect, I did give her like dog ears because I mean I didn't really want to give her fins because I thought that would look weird, but still. And then as you can see, I am yet again changing the bottoms because I decided I wanted to do shorts instead. Don't worry, that'll be the last time I change them. And then again with the puppy motifs, I gave her a collar because I thought it would look cute. And then for the skin tone, I kind of liked the idea that she'd be tanner because I kind of like the idea that since she's like a shark, she'd be outside more often since the whole sharks live in water thing and like there's no like houses for sharks. But I thought it would look weird if I gave her like same skin tone like feet. So I decided I would like kind of like make it like an ombre type thing. You'll see in like a second. I decided to use that like bluish white that they use in the actual shark puppy color palette. For the hair color, I didn't want it to be fully blue because I thought like it would be a little weird if her hair was just fully blue and then like all of it was fully blue. So instead I gave her brown roots and like brown puppy ears because I thought that would look cool. I don't know. I probably could have done with like a darker blue, but honestly, I think it looks fine. For the shirt, I kept it really bland. I just made it like a bluish white and then didn't add any other colors. And then for her eye color, I made it brown because I thought it would match the rest of like her hair and her ears. Plus, brown is also the closest to the Adopt Me black that they have, because I cannot for the life of me just make a character's eyes black like their soul. You know what I mean? No shade to people who have made their character's eyes black. I have a character whose eyes are black, but she has like lore reason for that. But yeah, I made the shark tail like match the actual shark puppy tail, and yeah, that's pretty much the design. So for the next animal that I got the latte kitsune, which, fun fact, I have this too. But I really wanted to like hone in on the kitsune thing, so you can really see that throughout the design that I really went in on the kitsune thing. One of my favorite parts about the design is that I made like a scarf that actually looks like the little like cream on its neck. And also I wanted to give her face some personality, so I kind of made her like have like a confused expression, but also like silly at the same time. And for the dress, I wanted it to be inspired by Japanese and Italian culture. So for the formation of the dress, I inspired it off of this image, but I also included some elements of Japanese clothing. I also did something similar to the shark puppy, in which I gave her like a similar cowlick to resemble the cream on its head. And then as we get to the color palette, I tried to keep it as similar to the actual color palette as humanly possible, with some minor adjustments, obviously, because I didn't want to pick off the whole thing, you know? Now, one thing I slightly regret about this design is that I made the hair a different color than the tails, but you know what? It's fine. Who cares anyway? But I did add some hair dye to make it look similar to like the face details and like the cream on its head. And then yet again, I make the eyes brown because Jesus Christ, Adopt Me, please add color variety in the eyes. Like, I get it's cute, but like still, I feel like we should have at least like a slightly like maybe gray or like brown or something if it matches the color palette. And then I added that little pattern that it has all over its fur that on the dress. I also gave her freckles and eye makeup because the freckles are meant to represent like the little spots on its face, and then the eye makeup I just did for fun. And then I do kind of wish I added that little detail onto the tails, but I did kind of want to make it as accurate as possible, so that's why I didn't do that. But here's where I kind of like start not liking it, because the tails are a different color than the hair, and for some reason that bothers me, even though nobody really cares. Although I did have fun designing the little like end of the tail part. I don't know what that's called, but it looks cool. But yeah, that's pretty much the design. Hope you enjoy. Due to some technical difficulties, this is going to be where the video ends. I hope you all enjoyed my designs and my content in general. Like and subscribe for more bangers, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.